Take a moment and imagine yourself in elemental form as iron traveling through the soil. Off in the distance, you hear your favorite song coming from Club Cocoa. When you get to the root VIP entrance for nutrients like yourself, the transport protein, what we can imagine as a bouncer, recognizes you and lets you on in. And when you get inside, the crowd goes wild because you, iron, are essential to the life of the party. When you're not there, things just don't function as they should. Little did you realize, though, is that your evil twin was lurking outside. Their name? Cadmium, a non-essential heavy metal and an environmental toxin. When it enters, it disrupts those fine-tuned biological processes, much like dancing the funky chicken would while others are dancing the tango. And with that chemistry ruined, those other dance partners might break up and get in fights, causing what we know of as reactive oxygen species, which can go on to cause further cellular damage. So, similar to plants, humans are also negatively affected by cadmium, as it can accumulate in our systems over time, leading eventually to kidney failure or, in some extreme cases, even death. Those human health concerns were main motivators behind the European Union's regulations on cadmium content in cocoa products. That regulation has unfortunately taken a big bite out of the incomes of producers in high cadmium accumulating areas, as the EU represents half of global chocolate consumption. And there's really no immediate solution for those farmers because the mechanism of cadmium accumulation is really poorly understood. So out of this food safety issue, as well as the negative impacts that the regulations have had on these farmers, we see a really clear need to solve this issue. The question, though, is how? Well, we believe the best way might be to stop cadmium directly at the door, potentially that same door that you used earlier. So, much like a building with many windows and doors, there's a number of ways for cadmium to enter. So we really need to narrow down our focus. And we've managed to do this with a specific set of genes, or transporter genes. And by isolating these genes, which are like building blueprints, we're able to make mini models of Club Cocoa, some with certain transporter bouncers eliminated and some overexpressed. After analyzing which has the highest amount of cadmium, we're able to identify which is involved in cadmium accumulation, and also we're able to see if there's any variety out there or any version that's able to identify cadmium and stop them at the door. Ultimately, we believe that this research will move us significantly closer to a solution for both producers and consumers by creating a low cadmium accumulating variety of cacao and one that will only let in those fun-loving nutrients.